We once spent way more time than any human should writing a script and filming a movie. It was our first movie called Limerence, and it was set to If I Was Your Man by Bruno Mars. And I think I was like years old when I realized we just made a really long music video.
Yeah, a glorified music, a terrible glorified music video.
Like our first movie straight up had no dialogue, like nothing. It's just a guy.
It was ad-libbed.
A guy walking around really sad.
Yeah, that's what we called
Bruno
it.
Mars song.
Most of our short films to start out with were called "Guy Walking Around" or "Girl Walking Around." Because nothing happened.
Well, and as you make movies, like you're like, God, oh my God, we're like trendsetters. Look at us doing this, and then you go to film festivals and you see people's first movies, and you're like, oh no, like.
And now there's all these like
the same movie we.
There's all these filmmaker like social media accounts that are like generic, starting as like hand stops a clock from the alarm clock going off or whatever, and then
black
somebody
screen.
wakes up and it's like. That's exactly what we did.
Someone in a coma that's dreaming.
Yeah.
Done. Like broken heart. Done. Like you think you're like changing the world, and you're like Christopher Nolan, and then you're like, nah, like I'm not. This is dumb.
Terrible.
But we're so we've done how many short films?
8 or 9.
8 or 9 short films. Well, more than that, but like the ones that actually have gotten.
Yeah, we're counting it legit as 8 or 9.
But we've been in film festivals in Los Angeles, San Francisco, Chicago, Japan.
New York, anywhere in Tennessee.
Name it,
what is that like? Because I remember we had went to the film festival in Nashville with your brother that one time. So like we got to see like what that was like here. What is it like in other cities?
I can't even describe to you the look on their face when they saw that shit on the big screen and people watching it.
It's a lot of fun.
It is.
Well, okay, so it's weird because the Galileo, our latest short film, was the first one to really take off at film festivals, but it started taking off in COVID, whereas like we're watching it on a computer screen at our house.
Everything went underground.
This is like seems so lame, but then it's like you get all this response from people where they're like, they'll reach out to your social media and all that stuff. Where it's like, oh, you're still kind of getting that response from people. It's just different from being like face to face, where it's like. Oh, I guess people are connecting with it and everything. So that's how it started. And then I guess like halfway through the festival run, like Nashville 2 years ago was the first one we went to in person. And that was really cool because they had that was the biggest screen I guess we'd seen a short film of ours on. But yeah, we won the Tennessee Filmmaker Award at the Chattanooga Film Festival. We won Best Tennessee Short and Best Tennessee Film for Knoxville. Mm-hmm. And then last August we won the jury award at Sidewalk Film Festival,
which was huge. Sidewalk is the cool plug for Sidewalk.
Shout out Sidewalk. The Daniels that made Everything Everywhere All at Once. I can't remember if it's both of them or if it's one of them.
They're Birmingham natives. They came through Sidewalk.
They're Alabama filmmakers, but one of them, so they like literally at the Oscars they started out by being like shout out Sidewalk, and we're like, what?
so just a quick little rundown. If you are new to the film world, or if you're like trying to get in, or if you're just interested in general, go to Sidewalk Film Festival. It's in Birmingham, Alabama. It's in
August,
so the fall every year. It is. So sometimes film festivals are fun. Don't get me wrong, especially.
We experienced it. It was it was like a new thing for me, and I had never seen that side of film before, and it was so cool. Even just for like Nashville,
it's cool. To see
like I thought it was a small market.
Like, Nashville is one of the longest running film festivals in the country, so it's a big deal.
An Oscar feeder. So if you get a film that wins at the Nashville Film Festival, and there's certain ones throughout the U.S., but they're harder to get into. But
they're Academy Award qualifying.
They're Academy Award qualifying.
Holy
so
smokes.
That means your short, your feature, whatever it is qualified to then be reviewed by the Academy.
So technically it could be nominated. Doesn't mean it's guaranteed, but like
it can be.
Yeah.
Holy,
which that's huge.
Yeah. That is huge.
Yeah.
There are people that have made their first film that go on to win an Academy Award like that immediately. They'll probably hate themselves because it's hard to.
That's starting up here. And it's like
it's like winning the Grammy for Best New Artist. They say that's like a death sentence to your career. Seriously, it's crazy. But Sidewalk is incredible. Some film festivals can be a little cliquey, where you feel like, oh, this is a very like niche kind of thing. Like these people all know each other and they've been doing this for years, and they don't really allow,
and they'll try to market it as like we're welcoming everybody. And
but I knew that we belonged.
Just a social hangout every year.
Yeah. But I knew that we belonged at Sidewalk because, like, first of all, everyone was so nice. Everyone is just like, and it's a very prestigious place. But like, everyone's like, hey, you're this person. Like, nice to meet you. Blah blah. Meet this person. They're all about networking and making sure that you're growing your circle while you're there. But then on top of that, every single night is just a block party. Like they shut out every single night.
It's Sidewalk Film Festival because they close off the whole sidewalk and literally
just dancing
the whole,
in the street with open bars. Having the most fun.
You already got me.
DJ band.
That is nice. That's
dancing
huge.
in the street with an open bar.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Let's
we missed it because we went to a movie I chose, which ended up not being so good. I won't say the movie.
Yeah,
but there was a rollerblading party.
A rollerblading street party.
Yeah, it was like a disco themed, like 80s kind of rollerblading thing.
That.
Yeah.
I wish. Yeah.
We had another short film that kind of like follows Galileo that we shot beforehand that we were like, yeah, we're gonna submit it just in case, fingers crossed, we can get in next year. So we'll see. But yeah, I mean, it was just like any excuse to go back because it's one of those things too. Though it was like you see so many people from like so many different backgrounds that are all there and they're all like here to watch. It's one of those things where it's like you see some people and they're like, yeah, we're all about this community and all this stuff, but then you get there and it's like 5 people really give a shit, and then everybody else is like, oh, yeah, we're here. We're going to tag it on social media, and then we'll leave. But then everybody here was like the opening night. Like, so we went to see Butterfly in the Sky. Shout out Bradford and Brett. They're awesome. We met them in the Nashville Film Festival, too. But, like, the whole place was packed just to see a documentary on Reading Rainbow. And, like, standing ovation to start the movie and all this stuff.
This says a lot about a human. Did you grow up with Reading Rainbow?
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's go. Okay.
I have found so many people that have no idea what Reading Rainbow is.
That is a shame.
And I'm like, LeVar Burton, and they're like, who?
Actor LeVar Burton.
Yeah, actor LeVar Burton. Nah, I'm like, Roots.
It's like literally like around 1997, 1990, like 8. That but like that area, they might not.
You also gotta look at it as like how you grew up because that was public education.
That's true.
That was like a public education channel.
Yeah.
And if you
you saying? They ain't showing none of private schools.
No, what I'm saying
that's true.
What I'm saying is if your family had money, you wasn't watching the free channel.
Yeah, I grew up on the Magic School Bus. I grew up on
Bill Nye the Science Guy.
Yeah, like
Zoom,
Wishbone.
Zoom. Do you know Zoom? Zoom. Yeah, Wishbone.
Yeah, it was always good. It was always good if you're in the library and they roll out the TV and you're like, oh, this is gonna be a good day.
Yes. And it was always strapped.
Yes.
You're like, does it really need that? Like,
that TV gonna fall straight off the side of that thing and kill
and it
somebody.
probably weighed like 600 pounds.
Yeah, that thing is so heavy. TVs back in the day, like I don't think kids like they don't appreciate how light a TV is to bring in from a car to the house nowadays. I remember
you can fit it in a car now.
Yeah, dude, the first TV my like big screen like my family ever had was like at least 250 pounds plus.
The dinosaur TV.
They were so big and so dense. They had their own stand built in, like the projection.
There was no such thing as fucking wall mounts.
You couldn't mount that bitch in the drive. Are you kidding me?
No.
If you're gonna mount it, it's like, are you prepared to redo this whole drywall?
Dude, that's a like fixture. Like you gotta like carve out a hole in your wall.
That TV lives here now.
That thing does not move.
It's crazy when you look back because I remember being a kid and seeing the TV that my dad grew up with, where they had to like
the little dial.
They had to
the knob,
click the knob to only like 4 different stations and shit. And like we had to sit there all close and watch.
Change the channel.
Shit. Yes, Grandma. Fucking with the antenna. I'm like, oh my God, I can't deal with this.
Yeah.
And so like then we're like, okay, we got the dinosaur TVs. Now we have TVs with 4K. Like these kids don't understand. Like Avatar to them, that's normal TV.
They're like, I'm unimpressed. I'm like, how are you unimpressed?
What the fuck do you mean? This shit looks real.
Everybody thought too that DVDs are going to be the next big thing for so long, and then they're gone, and then it's like, all right, Blu-ray, but then Blu-ray had like a quarter of the shelf life basically the DVDs did. Then it's like, but because I also
what? My Blu-ray collection's dying.
I mean, but like. Because now you have like people do like obviously you have streaming, but people do like Plex where they'll make their own like stuff where it's like you can just download the all the information off of it.
I thought you were saying that Blu-ray's literally like have a.
Oh no!
I thought you were saying
yeah.
It's like they're dying. And I was like, what?
They're biodegradable. Yeah. But no, it was one of those things where you think that's going to be like. I guess it was like the. I don't know how.
I'm more
long.
into laser discs.
That's what I was gonna say. Okay,
What's laser disc?
Bro.
It was literally it's like a vinyl record kind of size disc for a movie, and they thought it was gonna be the shit in the 80s or something like that.
Like
And
Sony, all these companies invested so much money into laser discs because they were like, it is the superior,
and it flopped.
Bro, it sounds fire.
Imagine
Laser
a DVD
disc.
the size of a record.
Massive, yeah.
Like that's what it was.